G'day everyone, it's T-Nick back here in Transport Fever on our American free game map. I'm sitting here down in, what's it called, Orange, with one heck of a sore throat, ironically probably caused by not having enough oranges and the resulting vitamin C. So you will find us here hopefully about to review the arrival of our passenger train that we kicked off last part, and I'm hoping that that food train we set up, if not last part, then the part before, will decide to make an appearance. But yeah, if you can't tell, I am getting sick with the dreaded man flu, so I'm going to try and... Oh, there we go, look at that timing. God damn, you couldn't have planned that better if you tried, could you? Look at this, the third train's even arriving too. Is this not how every episode should start? Do both of those trains have the same amount of wagons? Six? Yes, no, that looks fine. Anyway, as I was saying, we are reviewing the lines we set up last time, and as I am sick with the dreaded man flu, I'm going to try and keep this episode a little bit brief. I mean, we're still going to do plenty of building. I'm going to do plenty of yakking. Got my trusty bottle of water here. Apparently I've got a chicken somewhere in the background. Don't know what's going on there. But yeah, let's see if we can't crack on with some more expansion, shall we? Oh, we got a few people obviously gotten off the train there, waiting for our little town stagecoach to show up. Of which we have one, two. Oh no, we do have two. How many do you carry? 4 each. Right, might be worth putting another couple of them on. They're proving popular. So throw you on Orange City Circle there. So thinking about it, just as I jumped in the game here, we're now in 1865. I loaded the game up in January, and then while I waited for that fun little train setup to occur, paid down a little bit more of our debt. So I think we're at a loan of about 4 million. 3.5, there we go. That's not too bad. It looks like we're about to go down to 3. Excuse me. Now, thinking about it, I would like to start running some food from San Bernardino Abattoir. Could not remember what I'd called it. Considering it's in close proximity to San Bernardino, it's probably a safe bet. It's called... Anyway, I'd like to run some food down into Boston, and I'm also thinking we should extend our passenger network again because, well, if our end goal is to have the whole map connected up by, say, about 1950... we've got a fair way to go yet, so we might look at connecting Ventura up with Minneapolis, or perhaps bring another line out of Boston up to Minneapolis and or San Bernardino, or we might extend north on this line through Tucson down into Columbia, Gainesville, or even San Bernardino, and obviously that will open up some more freight. But enough yakking, let's get building. Now, to get the food from San Bernardino into Boston, we got a couple of options. We can try and connect this railway line up here, run it down the existing line, and then have some sort of freight terminal over here. What I'm thinking is we might actually run it down the passenger line up until we hit our refinery, where we'll have a little branch, and that will of course connect our oil line into the rest of the network, which is good because I do like to have everything interconnected. And then we can just expand this fuel siding down here, affectionately known as Boston Branch. By affectionately, I mean that's what the game called it, and I forgot to rename it. Now that should only cover the industrial area. Yeah, it's got a handful of commercial buildings, but we might have to set up a bit of a delivery system with some trucks maybe from here sort of over to this region of town here to try and get that commercial district going. We could even sort of expand up here as well. We're starting to get a bit of commercial interest in here, and I'd wager that's to... Oh no, they're not really within walking distance of the station. I thought they might have been. Hey, look, all that waffling got us up another 500 grand. Go me. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be the lower cost option, railing it down to this existing siding. So to show I'm a man of my word, I'm going to commit. Gonna try and commit. That's more money than we have, considering we have 5 grand. We have 5 grand. May have to wait for the bank balance to tick up a little bit. Just give it a minute. It'll be fine. Right, we're back up to 128 grand. We have enough money. We can even pay down the loan again if we really wanted to. So I think there's nothing else we need to change in this vast list of settings. So we will hit the apply button. We will close that because I don't know. Oh no, that's right. I was going to rename it. We'll call it Boston Freight Terminal. I suspect this will become a far larger station and will require a lot more expansion in this direction, even if we end up moving it in the future. So, yeah, I think we should get that name bookmarked in early. Oh, autosave doing its thing. Yeah, not building rusty tracks again. Not making that mistake a second time. So we'll run some track up there. Now we have the loaded trains coming in this way, so he'll need a way to get over to this platform. And obviously the empty trains will need to get back out onto the main line. Is that gonna... Okay, I'm adding today to our list of projects, get rid of this damn road. Now I'm pointing very forcibly at the screen right now, of which you can see nothing. So just take my word for it that there's a vicious... Ooh, that road, it's gonna have its little red wagon fixed. Don't know why that's a threat. That's not a really good threat at all. Can we get an attractive turnout in here? That's not ugly. I don't hate that. I do hate this. This bit kind of sucks. What if we move it back a bit? Yeah, see, we're lifting up the entire railway line. That's not right. What if we just splosh this in here? Because this way we will end up making a mess with the ballast. God, the land around this Boston area is not forgiving for our construction operations at all. What about that? Nah, it's not awful. I mean, the bit around the road was never great. I've probably made it worse, but floating track. That's a bit of a physics-defying thing that happened. Now, if we get the smoothing tool out, we don't seem to be fixing it. Brush strength high. And how do we make the thing smaller? Let's just get it really focused on this area. Let's focus a little bit more on this area. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Okay, we're bringing the land up, but it's not bringing it up enough. That's frustrating. I'm just going to go ahead and blame that road. That's all part of the problem. Yeah, because we do need to keep a road going out of town, or Boston will get the proverbial shits with us. Well, that probably won't be proverbial. It'll probably just be legitimately get the shits with us. Can we upgrade this road without demolishing too much? We can't demolish that at all, so we'll just... Sorry, not demolish. Upgrade! Well, turns out we did demolish it, so whatever. Why are you complaining? Is it something to do with the depot? Well, I'm in a violent mood. Not really, I'm not a violent person, but we'll make sure that's in sort of a straight line, if we can, please. Are we accepting requests? We are. Let's bring it back to about there. Now, I'm building a nice wide road, as you can tell, because if this is going to be the main road out of town, and we do need to bring some trucks in later, it would probably behoove us to build a... I'd like to go beyond the... No? Hello? I may have just broken the game. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I just reloaded the game, so let's see if that fixed anything. It did! Well, it's now business as usual, at least. No, it's not. It's broken again. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Question is, do we want a bridge that long and that high? Well, that's not a bridge at all, so I guess that sort of takes away our options. I don't hate it. It's definitely a sizable structure. Yeah, I think we're going to have to run with it, though. Because, well, anything else seemed to crash the game repeatedly. We'll just fix up this approach ramp here, for want of a better term. Much smoother. And we will fix up this bit at the end here, too, to make it look a lot more palatable. And we'll just slowly downgrade the road to a... we'll just put a small one down. Bugger it, it's not like we're going to need it anytime soon. Okay, so with that done, we can demolish this offensive level crossing here. And now for the sake of beautification, we will extend the road I want to try and get it under this bridge here without attaching to the bridge and ruining everything. There we go. That looks all right. And in fact, as a sort of a public service to our town friends, we will run the road. Okay, too much curvature. Fine. We'll run the road like that then. How's that? You like that? You happy with that? We cool? We're cool. Okay, we're cool. Let's just try and sort of even on the landscape a bit too, so it looks at least 10% more natural than it actually is. It's a awful man-made blight on the neighbourhood. Now we have to smooth that again. There we go. See, all is well. It only took, you know, a reload of the game, a lot of swearing, hopefully off camera, and a funny-looking curve at the end that we won't pay too much attention to. But we have our junction, which is still lopsided. I just don't even anymore. Okay, let's try and bring this around more smoothly. It's a little better. It's not great. It's not going to win any awards. That's also okay. Probably could have used that opportunity to fix the landscape to stop the floating track. Going to pay down the loan a bit, just because we're in August and we're probably not going to get the new train built by the end of the year, or the end of the decade, or the end of the century. So we'll pop a reversing signal down there just to allow our train, once he's finished unloading, to chuff all the way back up to the junction. He will then stay on that track and come out to where this oil train's going. Now this signal up here we need to move down a bit and make it a one-way home signal there. So I'll remove that signal. I'll probably remove this one just so we don't have trains backing up across the junction if we don't want it. Well, we don't want it. I might move them to under the bridge. There we go. That's better. That looks nice. Now up here at the refinery, we will need to have some sort of fancy passing track, possibly for the passing of trains. Of course, that will not come without its own challenges, because there's a lot of road here, and Exhibit A, roads are not our friend. And that is an ugly... I can't leave well enough alone, can I? I don't even need this road. I could just demolish it and be done with it. But no, I'm all about the aesthetics, because I like my game to be pretty. There we go. And now we can just sort of do away with all this nuisance road here. And I've just created a god-awful turn there too. So, yeah, just get rid of the road I literally just built. And we will just get rid of all evidence. Yes, look at that. Just like a murderer fleeing the crime scene. There is no evidence that there was ever an Now I've got a kink here. Right, we're going to be on this road building for probably the entire episode if I have my way. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to go back to building trains. Mostly because if I don't finish that, I'll forget what I'm doing and start building something new, and, well, that will all have been in vain. Now, I'm going to rejig this junction here so that this track feeds into the refinery platform, and this one goes around it, and then obviously have a bit of a switcheroo, for want of a better term. So we'll just liberally apply bulldozer as such, and connect you up like that. Yeah, I know you're complaining. Look at... Oh, yes. Oh, it's all very upsetting, isn't it? Now, of course, we're on a hill, so the game is going to fight me basically doing any sort of junction action. Okay, I say that. I tell a lie. Apart from floating track syndrome, which I did nothing to fix. Fix it. Nope. Yeah, so apart from floating track syndrome, we're not actually looking too bad. Now, this one might be a bit more ugly. I'm just looking at this dip that it's going to put in here. It's not great. We can do better. Just casualty, that signal, casualty of war. What about if we make the points... No, that's awful. We will never speak of that again. What if we move them all the way down here? Nope. Okay, we might need a new strategy here. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Yeah, I know. We'll fix you in a minute. How can we address this issue without having to rip down a perfectly good station. We may have to rip the track out altogether and try and get the hill all in this area, and then have this area up the top flat. Let's just try that. See if that doesn't help things any. Yeah, I know we're completely demolishing literally everything. Let's try and go for a bigger brush size too. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Now, hopefully this will even out the grade a bit, so that the points won't be as ugly when I do connect them up. Now I'll bring you up as one swift. Kinks and everything. Oh, it's awful. Why? Why must everything be so difficult? Now you will snap to be straight, and you will just go straight on a nice little grade there, and you will kick around there without a kink. Thank you. This is not a place for kinkiness. Well, maybe after hours. Now we connect you up like that again. Oh, see, that's better. Ish. Better-ish. And will you... No, I didn't think it'd give me a scissor. Which is disappointing, but expected. So we will have to try and get this in. Yeah, so we've managed to fit in at the top of the hill there. It's not an elegant solution, and it's one I will definitely revisit. But it's reasonably low cost, considering I've already, demolished pretty much everything in the vicinity and rebuilt it from scratch. That is what I will be now defining as, with air quotes, low cost. Low cost? God damn, I'm not doing well tonight. Is it too late to call this whole thing off? Nope, we're still rolling? Still rolling. Nope, it's cool, professional. So that was what I expected to be the easy bit out of the way. Yeah. That was the easy bit. Well, as our oil trains don't need a depot at the moment, can they use this depot up here? Not without some really creative... Oh no, if I'm going to connect it up this way, we can do it. We'll just smash out the original depot. It's fine. Didn't need that anymore. Which means we will just be liberally applying the bulldozer once more to get rid of all these pesky roads. And let's just build a nice... comfortable junction, like good comfortable tracksuit pants out here, just like fitting into your favorite shoes. What is with this game and the floating track? Seriously, why is that a thing that you suddenly want to do? Will you connect up now? Okay, if we go about 50 k's an hour, no, still got floating track. This is gonna bug me. Let's just delete all of it. No, put the bulldozer away. Smooth. Not a word used to describe me terribly often, but we'll run with it. 55, 60, that's all. Seriously? I could not have smoothed that anymore. Okay, look at the amount of money rolling up. Look at that. That is just accomplishing nothing. I just spent 13 grand on bugger all. Yeah, no autosave. Make sure we don't lose that quality progress there. We should connect this road back up again. Not that anyone cares, because it's an industry and it's not a town connection, but I care. I care about connecting up the roads that I demolish. Unless they make my tracks ugly, in which case, no, that's fine. Let's just fix up all the evidence of the depot that we destroyed with some more money. Now that is dead money right there. Now, is this nice and smooth up here to the junction? It kind of is. Let's just throw down a couple of signals up the top here. Why is there just a teeny tiny bit of ballast here? I don't understand what purpose that serves, so we'll put a signal on it. Now we've got the single track up here. We'll next need to connect up these lines so that we can come through this platform and into the depot. Now, I know last time I talked about how trains should run loaded both ways where possible. Don't worry, I got a plan in mind, possibly involving one of the industries you see on the screen now. But that's still to come. So we are focusing on connecting up, well, first of all, expanding this station to 3 tracks, please. Ooh, that looks expensive. That's a bit of landscaping that's going to be done. And also that is going to be a very inelegant connection to the depot, so we may have to move our depot altogether. But I'm going to hit the apply button. I'm going to commit to what I just did. And of course, I have to pause because upgrading a curve station breaks the track connection, as we learned when we expanded this station the first time. And I didn't pay any attention. I'll just get rid of those bits of track and connect. You were literally just connected up. Okay, let's just, no, just no. Just none of it. I'm having none of it. Not in the mood. Just gonna demolish everything and what are you complaining about? Oh, the train can't reverse. Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry about that. Let's connect you up. It's not going to be terribly pretty, is it? Let's try connecting you up sort of like this, I guess. This signal's going to get in the way. Go away. Connect you up like this. Is that going to be... it's going to work. That's the thing that happens. Now, can we double slip? We can. So, I'm not sure what that accomplished, but we've now double slipped there, so we might actually... Okay, before I talk about what we might actually do next, we might actually just fix that up so it's not hideous. Oh, that is so much nicer. Oh, how can you not like that? Except for this sort of, I don't know, prow of a ship, bow of a ship? What do you call parts of a ship? Game called Transport Fever. You think I would have researched that first. Yeah, so we now don't have a signal for trains coming in this direction, which may be an issue because it'll hold them out on the main line and thus block the passenger train, but I'm going to have to live with it, pending a sort of a larger redevelopment of this station. Now, the reason I'm so interested in this new platform connecting up in this direction is because I want to connect this platform up in this direction, like this. Hopefully without any floating track, but you know, I'm not going to count my chickens there. Now again, putting scissors in, it's probably going to protest, so we'll just put in the again with the floating track. Really, we'll just put in the double sort of turnouts there, and then we will send this down, and you're on that track, so you don't mind if I take away those points out from under you. And we'll connect that up like that. So that's just may as well future-proof it rather than having a single track for this tiny section and then a junction down that direction. We can unpause. Now we want to change, bring the lines up, just the trains please. We want to bring our red line, which is the sort of the eastern food line, over into this new platform because it's got better reversing prospects than trying to sort of make that corner at the top there. I'll move the camera so you can see a bit better. So we will be shifting you. No. Here we go. We will be shifting you to Terminal 3, please. That's all connected up. No one's upset. No one's cranky. No, we're good. We're good. We're cool. Just for safety's sake, I'll put a signal in there and there. And the only risk is if a train's coming into this platform, he can't get over to this track. So we will demolish the signal we literally just built, and we'll throw down a set of points here. Good. And we'll just put down a couple more signals. Again, stations have built-in signals, but if the train's running empty of the depot, we won't stop at the station, so we'll hold back there somewhere. So we'll just throw a signal down. Now, so with access to all three tracks here, we can now put a depot in, I guess, sort of here. Then you can't really access the passenger tracks. Let's put the depot down in orange. I mean, orange has been very good to us. So we'll put a depot down in orange just to sort of show our support. To say, hey, thanks for being there. I know traditionally you get Rose's chocolates, you know, how you say thanks, but we're going to go with the depot. Where's the best spot to put it? I sort of want to put it here in the sort of the middle of the action, but connecting it up is going to be a bit tricky. So I might put it on the outskirts of town, sort of by the road here, and then just connect it up to the existing main line with a turnout, say, here. Yeah, it works. That's a thing that happens. And if it's not, well, it's happened now. We will throw a depot down. Let's just put it in there. Now, will the track connect up elegantly? It will. Oh, this depot's a keeper. Plus, if you can't start your train in the morning, you just give it a good shove and it'll roll downhill to the main line and promptly get in everyone's way. Good. Okay, so we've now got a depot connected up to replace the 2 depots we've thrown away. So when time comes to upgrade our oil and fuel trains, we will have to use the depot at Orange, which is, it's not terribly convenient, but we'll just have to run with it. So throw that signal away there because, well, it's probably going to get in the way. Now we're going to need a junction, and that's not how we do it. So we're going to be climbing a bit. I didn't take the old contours into account, did I? So we'll throw that down like that. Now, do we want to make this sort of a dual direction track and just have them share? Yeah, it'll be fine for now. We're only running one train up to Boston. Yeah, I know. Famous last words. We'll just run you up like that. That's not a graceful hill, but it's not an awful hill either. And we just connect you up at the top here. Too much slope. That's just... Is it because you wanted to have floating track and I wasn't going to have that if it was too much slope? Because you've accomplished your mission. Signals too. We need to put a home stick there, there, and there. And I know we've already signalled this end. We'll just pop one there to allow for following movements. So that's all connected down here. Should probably put a signal in here. We should probably replace the signals we demolished. So we'll chuck you down like that. And we've got a bit of a gap in this loop here, so I'll throw down a couple of sticks there as well. Now you want to be a one-way signal. The rest of them don't need to be though. We haven't broken that line, that's good. Now we just have to set up our new line. Now hopefully the AI will be smart enough to direct it into Terminal 2. It looks like it has. I'm going to count that as a win. And please, 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 please. Everything works. Look at that. Apart from the hideous grey colour it's chosen, everything works. Not a fan of the grey. Show me something in a... what have we got? Green and red. Show me something in a blue. That's purple. That's not blue. That looks nice. That sort of goes well. Oh no, hang on. The passenger train down there's this colour in it. What about a dark blue? Nah, that's too dark. Let's go purple. Purple. Yeah, purple sits reasonable. I mean, it's green, it's purple, it's red. It's a nice colour. It's a nice colour. We'll run with it. Now I've completely spaced on my naming convention. So this will be a food, and it is going from Sinbad to, what do we call Boston? Did we call Boston anything? Does Boston have a thing? We just called it Boston. Well, that's useful. We'll probably abbreviate it then to Boston. Boston. Or Bullshit Town Nobodies. Yeah, I can think on my feet. We will have you full load there, please. We may have to up our cattle deliveries, although we've got a fair bit of food waiting, so the new line might be able to absorb things. Now, how are you guys going with your... You're struggling to move all the cattle. Interesting. It might be time to upgrade that train as well. I was considering detouring one of these older trains down into Boston because, well, we'd save money then because we could build a brand new train for the double deliveries route and just use the older train on a cheaper line. But no, I think we'll just fork out for new trains for everyone. And if only we had somewhere we could build them. Oh, there it is. Oh, good. I was thinking I've lost the depot already. Let's go with the general again, he says, clicking on Borsig. Now, six boxcars seems to... Thank you. As I was saying, 6 boxcars seems to do the job quite well on this line. And we will pop you out on food Sinbad to Boston. Oh, look at this fun junction, too. Oh, here we go. We're going to have a bit of argy-bargy going on. Reckon the passenger train will win this one. Actually, let's get in a better position for the sun. I take train photos. That shouldn't be this hard. Oh! Oh! Passenger train has stopped at the junction. And so is our new train. That can only mean one thing. The signalling system's failed. Or there's a train coming the other way, I'm not sure. I'm just stalling for time until something actually happens. Here we go, this sounds good. Oh, pipped at the post. The passenger train's made to wait as our new food train rolls out onto the network for its debut. Look at that. Isn't that what this game is all about? Just sitting here watching our trains chuff back and forth. Even if they turn out to be a woefully inadequate service. There's a lot of smoke around. The greenies are probably going to get the shits with that. Now, the camera is being a bit thingy. There we go. It's going to turn around. And look at that, he's even detouring through the freight yard, just out of courtesy to the passenger train. That's very big of you, my friend. So now, of course, passenger train's got the road into the platform, minimising delays. That's just good teamwork all around. And we've even got some money left over to upgrade our existing livestock/food trains from Tucson. Now let's just price out the automatic replacement just to see what we're looking at. We'd want 6 boxcars again there. Now if I was to hit you... No, I want to hit on this screen, don't I? Because this will give me a quote. 1.79 million. Okay, so if we do it manually, we'll probably be paying about that much. Anyway, it's just it'll be slightly more realistic because they won't just change over at the station. They'll actually have to chuff back to the depot. So the first thing I will do is borrow a bit more money. We're only in April. We can pay some of that down by the end of the year. And we will drop you over there. We will build another general. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxcars. And we will send you off on cattle food tucks to Sinbad. Now we'll need to do that again. So we'll borrow up a bit more. We'll have another general, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gosh, the rolling stock manufacturing business in Orange has taken off ever since we built a depot down here. I'm stumbling over my words already. And we will pop you on tucks to Sinbad food. Good. Now, we need to find our other trains. You're going in the wrong direction. You're going in the wrong direction. Right. Leave it with me. I will have them sent back to the depot and sold for scrap while we spend a little bit of time sort of making up for that loan I just took out, and I will sort of wander around the map and get an idea of what I want to do next. Obviously I will cut that out for the benefit of the viewers at home, mostly so they don't have to hear my muttering about, oh, maybe we could send a train there, oh no, I don't like the hill there, oh no, you're not great. Yeah, this little fella's been very good to us, and his little four-wheel wagons have gotten the job done, but look, we're expanding. We're becoming a big, heartless corporation, and we've got no place for little veteran engines like this. No, I know. Goodbye, fella. But yeah, as I was saying, we will do the scrapping, and I'll build up the profits a bit and have a look around the map, and we'll be back in a sec. Yeah, so one thing I forgot to do was set up the attendant trucking route at the destination. So we'll just quickly set that up and pretend this never happened. Our little secret, right? Yeah, yeah, we can keep a secret. Can't seem to squeeze that in there. The road seems to get in the way, so we might have to just pop him here at the end of the street. But it looks like we can get away with that, and it will still have catchment with the station. Can't seem to get the road to line up straight, though. So we'll just go with, I guess, can we get it close? Sort of? Like that, I guess? That'll do. And we'll need to run the trucks over to this side of town. I got a heavy commercial presence over here, so I would say a truck stop maybe here. No, that's not great. What about down here? You will demolish a couple of buildings. We can't afford that. Can we get rid of... no, we're going to have to demolish one there. Can we get a road down here? No, it's going to be expensive. didn't think this through, did I? Oh, what if we put it in up here? That'll get a pretty decent catchment of the commercial district. Yeah, that's not too bad. And it will probably disrupt our bus route a little bit, but we'll just have to run with it. So we'll set up a new route from here. Again with the grey line, grey streets. Don't like it. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Let's go with pink. That way it stands out at least. And we'll call that Boston. Hang on. What was the naming convention we had going? We had a line convention. Let's change it from visible to all. Orange deliveries. So we will call this Boston deliveries. There we go. Got to keep it consistent. And we'll just chuck a few. Where's the road vehicle depot at? I just remembered I demolished it to build this whiz-bang bridge that, well, doesn't really accomplish much. So we'll just chuck the depot at the end of this street here. Well, no we won't, because it's going to complain. We'll chuck it on this street then. Yeah, see if I care. I don't care. And we'll just chuck 4 on for starters. Boston deliveries, please. Yeah, so now the food should start rolling in. Hopefully our train here will be missing in action. That's not the right train. That's definitely, well, that's our new train. He's doing a good job. But where is the train that we should be looking at? Oh, he's already naffed off. Okay. And he's completely empty. We'll go back and try again. Yeah, so that's a thing that happened. I'm going to blame my cold and flu medication addled mind for that little slip up there, but we all know it's just par for the course over here at T-Nick Industries. We got some nice high value residential though. That's good. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 4. Ooh, I can actually stalk them unless they're part of the plus 4. This is going to be a fun distraction. Now we're back in orange down at the depot we just built here, and I've decided on a different tack. As you can see, I have sold the loco, or the locos I should say, the two 8-wheelers we had in service, but I have retained the wagons. Now they're just going to sit there costing money in running costs. So unfortunately I can't use a favoured transport tycoon strategy of reusing old wagons. Another reason you can't do that in this game is as wagons age they cost more, and they generally just, they start to look decrepit and ugly. But mostly it's the keeping them around thing, costing money. You might never use them and they become obsolete. However, I have decided I will use them, and I'll do that to start up another low-cost train. What I might do is have them run with the General on our new Boston food line back and forth, and we use the whiz-bang new train we put in place to supplement our obviously strained connection between Ventura and the food processing plant or the abattoir at San Bernardino. So to do that, all we need to do is buy another loco, which we can easily afford. I say easily. Oh, look at that, exactly 100 grand in change. Now it's probably going to be a bit too long, so let's have a look. What's your capacity? You've got a capacity of 64, yours is 42. So we'll flog off a couple of wagons. What's that? That's 44. That's 56. Okay, so we'll sell another one. That's 52. Get him down to about 48. 44. That's pretty close. And then we will send train number 1 out on our new food delivery line. Off you go. Don't be shy. Now, I realise this is some sort of blasphemy because I'm mixing... Sorry, I'm going to block the view. I just noticed we're at the end of the year and I had a spare 500k. We're mixing an American engine with European wagons, but rest assured this is just because I'm being a world-renowned, well-celebrated, epic tight ass. Have wagons, paid for them, perfectly good money. They're only about a decade old, so they've still got a lot of play in them. And, we wouldn't have been able to afford that without borrowing money otherwise. So let's send him out and we will divert. Where are you? You are over here somewhere. Is that you? Yeah. We will change you over to the Sinbad Orange Ventura train, please. Hopefully you've unloaded the food again. You haven't. You've just made it disappear into the ether. Good work. And you didn't think to stop and pick up some of that fuel because you're on the... not fuel, food, because you're on the wrong platform. So good work, you. But yeah, so he's now going to help prop up operations on this line. How many trains we got on that line now? 3? 3, yeah. So he's going to be... oh, that's actually quite a profitable line there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that is actually already our most profitable line, so it makes sense to have a third train on that route because we've got no shortage of cattle down here, and with the addition of customers in Boston, in the commercial district, we're going to have more food production and thus more demand for cattle up here. So I figure you reusing these old green four-wheelers is just a fun way to well, look, it adds a bit more variety. I mean, look, visually we've got 3 trains here and they're all different. But it's just a good low-cost way to help expand operations. But that's not why I gathered you here. I gathered you here to confront the murderer. No? No, sorry. To extend the passenger network. Now, I was tossing up between Gainesville, Columbia, and San Bernardino, and then I thought, well, how am I going to do it? Am I going to run a line from Boston down here through the cutting to San Bernardino? Am I just going to run it out this way? Am I going to go through Tucson and double back? And it's all just too hard, so I'm going to Gainesville. I know, cool story, right? Yeah, so to get to Gainesville, we've got a couple of options. We can either go down the flat, which will make it easier to build lines up to Columbia and San Bernardino, or we can try and stay along the edge of the mountain range here, which will actually benefit us, because it looks like Gainesville's actually up higher. I thought it was down near the flat. It's also a very reasonably sized town that I look forward to bringing into our network. Yeah, so if we can sort of follow the mountain range around and actually attack the town from this direction, not attack the town, it's not a military game. Yeah, I think we can probably put a station in over here, which gives us a good reach down to Austin and Sioux Falls, without having to come down this god-awful looking hill here down near the coal, which incidentally will make bringing the coal out of there a pain in the ass. And it'll also have the benefit of touching these 2 oil wells inappropriately here. Show me on this this model of an oil well where he touched you, and which also will help us to bring the oil down either to Boston Refinery to convert into fuel, or we might simply transport it to Columbia Refinery and turn it into either fuel or oil, because obviously we've got chemical plants around the place we can do something with. But I'm spitballing, that's way in the future. So it's the start of the new year and I didn't pay my loan down. Naughty, paid 50 grand. Well, it's only 5 grand extra, but yeah, paid for the privilege. Now, out of the station, the line we've built sort of takes an ungainly route up and over the hill here. So we'll probably look for the junction down here, and we'll try and sort of skirt through this cutting here. So we'll just immediately start off by alienating everyone with the bulldozer, and see what we can do about that. So we'll just sort of, we can get a 70k, we can get a 70k bit of track, that'll do. And then it snaps to 120, which is quite suitable. We'll future-proof it by building a large street connection. It's going to make an ugly level crossing, isn't it? Oh, it's so dear. Why? Why is that a thing? Why would you do that? This bit, not so bad. That bit, ugly as hell. So we're just going to have to just go back, retrace our steps a bit. And actually, can we turn that into a bit of a bridge, I wonder? Or are we going to be stuck with a sort of an ugly embankment or an ugly hill? What if we bring it over here a bit more? No, we've really got to raise it up significantly to make it a bridge, and it does look cool though. I do like the idea of a sort of a nice little viaduct on the outskirts of town. Oh, it's a bit of a hump coming up from the old level crossing though. No, look, I'm afraid we're going to have to kibosh that idea. We're going to have to try a new tack. I might get rid of that, just because it's going to annoy me. Lose a bit of grade there. Yeah, that look, it's not as pretty, but gets the job done. So we want to head this way. I'm sorry, that's going to bug me if I don't upgrade it before we leave. That's a lot of upgrading. It's only 88 grand. And now we've put an ugly curve in the road. Yeah, so you know how I said I was extending the passenger network? I'm actually just going to fiddle around with the highway for a while. Now it's still ugly coming out of this crossing here though. Let's just delete it back a bit more. Yeah, so we're going to spend most of our time on just this section. Why? Why would you do that again? That's exactly what I didn't want you to do. Let's just delete more. Is that better? It's a little better. Okay. Okay, deleting more road. I know. I can hear the criticism now. That's not a good use of money. There we go. That's literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Okay, let's just go back. Go back to the drawing board. Just demolish everything. It's just money. We can always get more. Okay, keep you on the flat. And there we go. That's what I was thinking. See, I'm not just a pretty face. Yeah, that looks good. It's a shame it's only 60 k's an hour though, because I like it. Just don't like it enough. And we'll go with a narrow viaduct. Or the... Oh no, that's the narrow viaduct. Yeah, that looks nice. I think that's different to the one we had before. Oh dear, if I do that, I get rid of the viaduct. Yes, let's just make that happen. And go back to being a viaduct, please. Good. Damn the expense. I don't care. I want it to look pretty. And we'll just demolish all this nice road we paid for and rebuild it up from here. There we go. That seems like a good use of our income. And can we upgrade this without demolishing any houses? We can. Oh. And we'll just for completeness, we will connect that road up like that. Now, we avoid the problem of an ugly level crossing and the problem of having a reasonable bank balance. So, you know, two birds. Now, where were we? We were connecting this up. So we've got a bit of an embankment going here because of how I had to get the bridge to be built. So we'll just get a bit more of an embankment, I guess. That's not very appealing. What if we... wants to build a bridge? Where are we going? We've got to think this through. We are trying to get through this cutting, so we want it to stay reasonably flat. It does look like we have to stick with that embankment after all. Okay, well, just... There we go. Looks a bit more natural. Problem solved. See? It's like it was meant to be. I got some bad news for this rock, though. He's about to get... yeah, he's gone. We're done with him. Now, we want to make sure we can swing by these oil wells and actually build a platform on a reasonable amount of flat ground. Here, I don't think it'll be as much of a problem. We can probably put the entrance... Actually, no, the driveway's here. Probably have to put it here. And actually, it's probably going to be difficult. What about this one? This one's going to be easy. Okay, so we'll have to make sure we capture this one for sure. This one here may need to just be trucked up there. Look at me thinking on the fly. Yes, okay, so if we keep the contour lines, if we just ignore this... Run the line around here. That's a bit of a detour, isn't it? Run the line around here into Gainesville. Before we get too much further, we should actually build our station to see what we're aiming for too in Gainesville. So we'll start with one platform for now, just a nice little backwater platform. We'll shrink the street. Okay, that looks like it's going to be a bit more difficult than I thought with the contour lines, because looks like we got... although that means we might be able to get a nice bridge. I'm trying to point at the screen here, sort of up and around here over the road. Oh, that does sound appealing. Okay, so now can we curve the I think it's the southern end to be slightly gentler on the landscape? That's the northern end, idiot. Let's try that. That's not really ideal, is it? What if we sort of bosh you around like that and put a curve in at this end as well? That's alright. We might end up just having a tunnel at the southern end of this station, so it might be beneficial to do that and just sort of tunnel to get down to Austin. Now, how's that look from above? That's crooked. Okay. Let's just squidgy... That's a bit better. Boom! Committed. Done. Built a thing. Achievement unlocked. Can't connect it up because... Oh, I see. It wants to stick to the road. No. No. Yes. No. Okay. Let's try connecting it up sort of over here then and see if that makes it a bit easier on us. Okay, we're out of money, so that doesn't help. I'm sure this will provide an instant return on our investment. Okay, that's not too bad. It doesn't have much of a hump in it at all. If I do that, no, it's gonna be annoying. What if we try and drag you up terrain alignment collision? Oh, I see, because you've forgotten you want to be a bridge. There we go. That's less of a hump. It's still a bit of a hump. I might have to rethink that a bit. Let's just go straight ahead, lock in straight, and I want you to go on the level. That's probably a bit too far out though. Actually, we're going to need to stay on the level a little bit so we have room for points. That should be enough room for points. He says optimistically, hoping for the best. What have I done here? I don't even know. I think this is going to cost us a fortune, and I don't even care, because if I can get it to look pretty, I will be so happy. Oh, are you not going to... Oh, I see, because it's locked into the flat. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. No. If we build it up... I'm disturbed with the noises this bridge is making. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get it up the hill here, and I really don't want to do that. That just looks awful. Okay, so new plan. What if we drop the road down a little bit? So if we demolish the road a bit, just a bit, just a little bit, not too much, and then we sort of lower it in like a cutting, will the game be more on board with me building a bridge? It will! Look at that! Oh, that's awesome. I'm getting way too excited over a bridge. Now, this bridge is going to have to last for the ages, so let's go with it. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to let me. Let's go with a nice little steel number here, and we can even lower it a bit so it's less bridgy. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, how cool is that? So as you go out of town, you just go under the railway line, and I don't know what's going on over here, but the road looks good. I hope this is where I wanted to build the train, by the way. Train? Railway line. Can we just tunnel through this and be done with it? We can. Only costs $500,000. Probably costs the same to go around. Boom! I'm in a spending mood. Why not? After that little victory of aesthetics there, I'm keen to just see where the budget takes me. And if I don't have enough money, I will just borrow it. What are they going to do? Call in their debts? Actually, that's a very real possibility. We probably shouldn't get carried away. Yeah, so we've got this nice little tunnel going through the hill here. We've got room for an oil terminal up here. It's just a matter of connecting up the two halves now. Why are you doing that? Oh, you're trying to go downhill. Fair enough. I'll allow it. We will get rid of this road in the way. Connect that up like that, and then we should be able to connect this up without I was going to say without any problems, but of course nothing in this game has to be simple. We'll try moving the road back a bit. Seriously, why do you hate me? You'll do that, then do that. See? See? It didn't have to be a thing. It did... Are you serious? Is that your solution? On both sides too, really? Let's just go back and start again. Nope. Nope. Now, what does that look like? That looks a bit better. Although it still has to dip down a bit to go up. I don't know why it does that every now and again. Now this side, same problem. We'll just sort of plough through the landscape there, keeping it flat. That looks significantly more realistic. I don't know why the game didn't suggest that to begin with. Now we're going to try and keep Earth moving to a minimum, so we'll follow just this arbitrary dark contour line, and now of course it's protesting, so we will have to stick to the lighter one instead. Wow, that's not great, is it? We are going to have to trend down too to get there, I just realised. So what's the game propose? That's actually not that bad. It's only 333 grand. I mean, we've got this bump here, but the embankment's probably a necessary evil. We're not taking too much out of the mountain there. I'm gonna rubber stamp it. I'm gonna say, yeah, do it. What just happened there? Can we fix that? Yes. Good. No way was I letting that stand. That was just there. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm a big fan of a good cutting. In fact, let's just see if we can sort of get rid of the bit of the cutting on this side of the line. Okay, we might need a slightly larger brush. And no, we might need to lower the strength. Here we go. This is good. This is good. This is good. I like the idea of our train cruising alongside this sort of sheer rock wall we've carved out of the landscape. We'll just sort of take it down a bit here. What's that look like from track level? We're as close to track level as we can get. That is impressive. Does sort of limit our double tracking options to this side of the line, the southern side, but I'm quite happy with that. I like that. Now, we've already got a train running on this line, so why not finally make good on our promise to add a second train and just extend the whole kit and caboodle down to Gainesville. Get rid of the contour lines now. So that will necessitate a couple of passing loops though, so let's just build those as well. Now, remembering I want to build on this side of the line, so the passing loop will be on this side. And I guess we'll just sort of double track it up between the tunnel and 50 k's, that'll do. The tunnel and the bridge we'll just double track here and be done with it. 50, that seems alright, that looks okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to be much faster than 50 because we're not really running the fast trains yet. Now where's a reasonably, this looks reasonably flat. We can probably put a loop in here quite easily. Let's see, what can we get? 55, that seems okay. And then at this end, we will do the same. We'll do the same except click on the buffer stop. 65, that'll do. I'm just free-for-alling it. And then we will have to double track this junction and this station here. So, pause the game because it's going to break my connections. 2 tracks, please. Boom. Yep, I know. I've ruined everything. I have just... That's Christmas cancelled. And all is better. Now we will have to just be very gentle here. We don't knock down any town buildings because they will get upset with us. We'll run the track out here and we'll just run another line up like that. Is that going to look okay? Of course not. Why would it look okay? That'd be too much to ask. We're not using this line. We're just going to get rid of it. We will rebuild it later in good time, I'm sure. We're playing while paused. We don't want to do that. Let's run this line down about here. Have a set of points in here. 45. No, we want at least 50. 50, 51, same thing. And that's good. Now signals. One opportunity we have. We can just rusty up. Of course it has to do that. I just want to do this bit. Just the bit with the buffers. I don't want to do this bit. Fine. We'll do the whole thing. And then we'll unrusty this bit. So now... Yeah, that looks cool. Look at that. Sort of... Got a bit of, I don't know if you can see that, but got a bit of rust on this track here. It just looks a bit more tired and sad, and the main line looks a bit slightly cleaner. It's not a significant difference, but I like it. And that is not pretty. It's just No, in fact, I've made it worse over here now. What am I doing? What is going on? It's just bigger brush. No, making it worse. Medium brush, still making it worse. Okay, we might have to abandon the idea of our rusty siding because I've made it look sinfully ugly. It's just... Quick, zoom away. Problem solved. Still need to put the signals down. Okay, zoom back in and just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. It can't hurt you. It's more afraid of you than you are of it. So we need some signals up at the platform. We'll just put this one down here. And I think we've got a signal down... We don't. There we go. Now we've got a signal down there. We'll need to make this one over here a one-way. And we'll need to make this one a one-way. Boop. There we go. Now, we didn't chuck any signals in on the loops either, did we? No, because I got ahead of myself and forgot. So we'll throw one down there, make you one way. We'll throw another one down there, make you one way. And to avoid trains backing up across this level crossing, we'll put the home signal back there, just because I am courteous to my road. Did I put that siding on the... wrong side. No, I put it on the right side. That's okay. Sorry, I had an awful thought that I had already broken things. So I'll pop one there. You're a one way. And just one over here before the bridge, please. And all is well. And I did not build this station as long as the one over there. Cool. Let's just gloss over that and extend the railway line we've already got, shall we? We want trains. We want only ones we can see. Southern Line. That's the one we wanted. Now, after Tucson, or Tucson, as I think it prefers to be called, we will extend the line down to Gainesville. Already forgot what it's called. And if you could come back up through Tucson, please. And look at that, he's using the right platforms. Oh yes, because of the one-way signals. I'm giving this train too much credit. And we need another general with 4 passenger cars to support that line. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's a budget issue that I will now correct. 4, please, and you are on the Southern Line. And let's watch that departure. I never tire of seeing our trains roll out of depots, even if autosave has to sort of kill the mood. And slow camera pan. No, we still got the doors closing on the carriages. That's my bad, guys. That's on me. I'm sorry. So he will now cross over at the points there. And I was hoping we'd get across, but the other train is all the way down there. So yeah, that's our new line to Gainesville. Before we wrap things up though, I would like to provide people a means to get to the station, because at the moment they sort of got to walk an ungodly distance out of town, and we've only got coverage of this small area here. So we will be building not a truck stop, but a bus stop. And we will sort of try and put it down in the least offensive way possible. That is very expensive, and I will not entertain it. That's more expensive. That's very expensive. That's slightly cheaper. And it defeats the purpose of it, because people will still have to walk. People got legs for a reason. They'll be fine. We need to build some bus stops too. I can't put signals down. Signals will not solve all our problems. Let's throw one in. Let's throw it in over here. We'll let him make his own decision about how to get there. He's got a few different streets he can use. That was a dumb idea because the road's not connected. Yeah, I thought this all the way through, didn't I? Now, I want to keep you sort of straight so you can. No, you're not gonna play ball. Just have a weird. Jeez, this town is out to get me, I swear. We will just fix your road system for you. It won't snap straight. Now it will. Made a liar out of me. And it's still got that stupid thing going on. Give up. Just pick your battles. Bus stop there, please. A bus stop over here, please. And one over here, please, just so we can catch as many people as possible. Also need a depot. Now, where's the least likely to see growth? Probably out here, so we'll just throw a depot down about there. And we'll set up a route to run on. When is it? November. Pay the loan down first. So we need to start here. Oh, grey, really? What an original choice. And do a little bit of a circle coming back there. Which road did you choose? You went this way. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. That's a good little circle there, mostly sticking to the main streets. And we will call you Gainesville. I can't remember what we called all our other routes. Those are trains. What do we call it? City Circle. Is that the only city circle we have? Oh, no, City Circle. Okay, we'll call it Gainesville City Circle then. Keeping with tradition. And we will get some stagecoaches. I'll start with 4. 4 should be enough. Off you go, onto the Gainesville City Circle, and I'm going to pick a better colour for that because that's just ugly. Let's just make it blue for want of a better colour. So now we've got our passenger train coming in here. We've got our local shuttle here, which will hopefully start picking people up. I guess the next step is to try and get some sort of demand in Gainesville for people to travel here? Like, are we gonna transport sort of consumer goods here to sell to people maybe commuting from Tucson or Austin or Sioux Falls, or are we gonna make this the hub of the worker? We've got a brickworks down here. We've got stone conveniently close. I think we have time. Let's make this an industrial hub. Let's just one more thing before we go. How am I going for time? I think I'm doing all right. I don't know. I forgot to start the timer when I started recording, so that was a complete waste of time checking the time. Let's throw the truck stop in here. That'll get me coverage of both the industrial and the commercial areas. However, before I do that, I will extend the road down. Now that makes it snap straight. Don't worry, I'm not going to let that stand. And I might be able to fit it in... No, expensive. Here we go. So it costs roughly the same, but we got a little bit better coverage on the old industrial front. And I'm hoping, actually, if we get it down here, if we put it here, I'm hoping the town will connect these two roads up for me. So short term, we lose out on this industrial area here. But long term, I might be able to encourage the town to make that connection for me. Even if I put a suggested road in, that might help force their hand. Now, are we going to rail this, or oh god, it's not even worth railing, is it? In fact, if we truck it the whole way, we can run the same trucks back again up into Gainesville, and then they're only running empty back to the quarry. And because we've already got a truck terminal going, we can quite easily truck them down to Austin and Sioux Falls. And it'll be a very low-cost venture, which is good, because our loan's just sitting on $6 million, so it's about double what we started the day with. And, yeah, look, I can't see paying much of it down until this passenger train starts reaping a benefit. Although people are willing to use it, they're already waiting at the platform. May I ask where you're going? Oh, well, sorry, I guess I can't. You're going to a shop in... I don't know where that is. I still don't know where that is. Tucson! Very good. Okay, so people are going to use this line to commute to Tucson. Hopefully we can get some more of the workforce in Tucson to commute here if we hook up this quarry. Now, I don't like the way these roads are set up. We're out of money. I will just sort of do a bit of correctional road building. I know it completely defeats the purpose of building a truck route instead of a train. I'm aware of that. We'll build a road past the quarry and then connect the quarry up to it. Now we'll have the road come up and join the highway up here. And then we'll run this road straight down the hill to this brickworks. There we go. That'll connect up reasonably smoothly. Pay down the loan I just took, which is pointless because it's January. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to close the contours. Go away. Truck stop building time. Oh, this looks reasonably inexpensive down here. We can get it for under 20k. I think I'll take it. We can get another one up here. That's going to be a little bit more pricey. Yeah, we're looking at about the 30. Oh, here we go. We can build it up here for about 15 grand. Can we get below 15? Oh, we can. 14.9. Lock it in. And it does catch the quarry. Good. Probably should have checked that before building it. And we've already got one up here. We've already got a depot. Simple thing to set the line up. So we'll start at the quarry. We'll go to the brickworks and then we'll come back into town, please. We'll call this, where's it going? It's going to Austin, so we'll call it Stone Brick. We need to find an abbreviation for Gainesville. That sort of writes itself, doesn't it? To Austin. Yeah, just go with your gut. We would like you to full load at the quarry, please. I should rename these stations to make them easier to identify. I'll do that before I forget. We'll call this Gainesville Quarry. And we'll call this Austin Brickworks. There we go. That way we can identify them when everything goes pear-shaped. Let's go with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? Yeah, 1 to 10. Yeah. Maths is hard, okay? You are on Stone Brick from Gain to Ost. And we'll pay down that loan a little bit. I tell a lie, we're actually quite easily paying the loan down, but belay that because we've got a dramatic arrival on the way. I may have rushed into this, it's further away than I thought. I just thought we'd all want to be here to celebrate the arrival of our first train in Gainesville, but you know, maybe you've finished watching the video by now. I don't know. I'm not the boss here. I'm a bit concerned with how close this person is to the edge of the platform, though. I don't think they're aware of what's happening. Oh, the sun does look like it's on the other side. It looks like I've buggered this up again. Are you dropping anyone off? Ooh! Gainesville's a very popular destination. No, it's not. Everyone just decided to come out for the ride. I'm assuming they're all politicians and hangers-on. So you're still turning a profit in general, but this year you have failed to make any money because no one chose to alight at Gainesville, despite the fact we have a wonderful bus service operating. Oh, love, you missed the train.
Huh?
Well, you're going to be late for work, aren't you? You're commuting to Tucson for work. Well, hopefully we can get you a job locally if we get this this quarry business off the ground. There go our... We can't really see them from here. We can see them up the road there. There go our freight trucks now. Oh, we've made another ugly bit of road though, haven't we? But you know what, folks? I reckon that just about does it for this episode. I think we've accomplished a lot. We've connected Boston up to our abattoir here. We've put on a new train. We've reused some old wagons. We've upgraded this train. We've connected Tucson and Gainesville up. We've built another passenger train. We've started a quarry route. I think this is more than enough to tide you over for the rest of the week. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me once again for some more Transport Fever. I don't know what we're going to do next time. I might keep playing for a bit and just let the bank balance get to a more healthy position. But next week I'm sure I will have something exciting in mind, and if I don't, I'll just pretend it's exciting and we'll just run with it until something interesting happens. But until next week, I've been T-Nick, this has been Transport Fever. Later days.